Multiple choice speed run. The first question is already on the board. Let's get ready to go. This is our last official Sunday session at 1 p.m. So after this is exams, folks. I think most people will shut down after today or maybe after tomorrow. When do you all plan to shut down your studying? Maybe you might take Wednesday to just be in a good frame of mind. Tuesday you might take to just be in a good frame of mind. I hope everyone is doing fine and that the studying is going tip top shape. You're just bringing together everything now. So at this stage, this session is an easy session. It's a speed run of a past paper. The question should feel familiar to you all because most of you all may have done it already sometime in the past, and should really help to build your confidence. The next session is where I'll be going through tricky questions. Sorry, that session is happening at 3 p.m. Some parents sent me some stuff on Facebook, on my last post on Facebook. So I'm gonna, see like 3 questions there already. Some people sent me some stuff on WhatsApp. So I'll be doing some tricky stuff there. I have a request from my class group, Polls and Spaces. So I'll be doing some of that. So I know most of y'all probably this weekend you're wrapping up studying. Maybe there are some people that we are missing today in today's session because they already decided, we're just gonna cruise for the rest of the time. They know their personality, their parents know their personality. My personality is one I can study 1 minute in front of the exam and it doesn't affect my anxiety. So I normally have stuff on my channel right after, right before exams. If you want to study, you can feel free to do that. Especially for like CXC and stuff like that. Anyhow, that's enough talk. Let's just jump right into it. I'm seeing somebody says 402-510. Let's see, 402-510 cooking. Right, a missing number. It just feels so familiar, right? 8 squared, and you can go through some squared now. 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, 6 squared, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squared. All of these you should know at the drop of a hat. Even of course 12 squared, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64. How well do you know these square numbers? How well do you know your square numbers? Somebody saying Zoom. Very good. What's the answer here? Calculate 305. So 7 by 5 is 35 and 7 by 3 is 21. So we're just looking at the 2135. Yeah, that looks reasonable. I just did 7 by 300 and get 2100 and just added in the 35. Cooking, divide 288 by 9, and 9 goes into 23 times 1, 9 goes into 18, 6 times 36. How fast are you in your section? Sorry, 2 times. How fast are you in your section? How fast are you in your section 1s? Are you able to get to your section 1s rapidly without any mistakes? We saw 5 7s at 35, so we can deduce that this is going to be 7 and 5 over 2. I've been doing this with my standard trees yesterday. Standard trees yesterday, we had a bit of this just now at 5 and 2 over 5, right? So with this one, we just want to we see that we have 3 and 5 ninths, and we just need to minus the 1 ninth, so we can let the fractions handle their stories by themselves and get 3 and 4 ninths. There's no trick here. This was a particularly easy year, man. This year started off really nice. This year started off like cake and ice cream. Press like on the video, folks. Draw a circle around the 4 that has a 4 tenths. So the common mistake is to select this 10, but we know we're going to select this one. This is the tenths. There's nothing such as ones. There's ones and tens, but they start off with just tenths. So we're just going to draw a circle around the 4 that has the value of 4 tenths. So since they say draw a circle, I will underline it. Just kidding. You have to follow the instructions. If they say draw, write one of the following symbols in the, this is greater. This is 63. This is 36. Both of them have the decimal point in the same spot. So I can just comfortably put that symbol. Calculate 40%. Now 40% is part of the fifth family. It's 2/5. So I already divided the 500 by 5 just now. 5 into this, I get 100. And I just know that I'll get 200. So you can spot your fifth family from a mile away. 5th, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5 is 100. 1/5 is 20, 40, 60, 80%. If we're dealing with percentages. At this stage, you should know all your families really well. You should know their house, the color of their door, you know, their pets, everything. You know that family real good. Daniel used the coins. What was the cost? So they want the sum. So this is 26 so far. Oh, there's 51 here as well. And that's 75 cents. And that's 30 cents. 75 and 30 is 105 cents. So this is $1.05. So there's $1 and an additional 5 cents to go there. Yeah, you're like how I'm adding up that. So 1 and 1 and 6 makes 8, 5 and 2 makes 7 and the 5 cents. Now let's see how they want me to write the answer in dollars. So I'll put 78.05. $78.05 is what that means. I will not do anything else that would sound suspicious, right? I'm seeing that I want the answer in terms of dollars. How we going, people? How much likes we have on the YouTube there? What is the most appropriate standard unit for recording the height of a room? Meters. And we want standard. We're not going to use centimeters because ain't nobody trying to measure the height of a room in centimeters. Everybody following? Everybody liked? It's a speed run. Complete the statement below. And we've seen that the core idea in the statement is the changing from kilograms to grams, which is multiplying by 1,000. So you're going to move the decimal point 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. There's a little gap here, so I'll fill that in with a nice subtle 0. I'll get 17420, and that's 17,420 grams. And we keep it pumping. A watermelon scale is shown, and I'm seeing that if I look here, it's between the 3 and the 4. What is the mass? I also see that they kept it in kilograms, which is good. So I know I can just put 3.5 kg and step away from that and admire my handiwork. Number 14, Kelly arrived 10 minutes after the start of a test. No additional time was given. How much time did Kelly have to complete the test? Okay, no additional time. So 9:40 is the end time, but she arrived 10 minutes additional to this. 10 minutes on this is 8:55. So I'm seeing that it's going to take 5 minutes to reach the 9 and 40 minutes extra. So this is going to be 45. I could also do it a different way where I cross this, put the 8, bring across 60. That's 100 minus 45 because I need to add these two together. 100 minus 55, which is also 45. Answer in minutes. So 45 minutes is cooking. Number 15, uniform cross section. The only guy with a uniform cross section here is our good old cube. Which of the shapes? So I can put B, and then I can put in brackets the cube, because they listed the name of the shape as B, and they say which of the shapes. So since there's a bit of vagueness here in how they want us to write the answer, B or the cube should work. It wasn't stated anyway that it was a cube, but I'll put that. So I'll put that in brackets. B is the best answer in this. The hour hand of the clock shown below moved from 3 to 12. The hour hand moved from 3 to 12. That's a 3/4 turn. What do you want? How many quarters? So it's 3/4, but how many quarters is different? I have to say 3/4 turns. I cannot say 3/4 turns. That's redundant. That's how you get that question wrong. Pay attention. These are one of the most trickiest questions for different notations, different way of writing it. They can ask you how many degrees, how many quarter turns, how many right angles, what fraction of a turn. All of those things have different things that you would see. We spoke about that already. Which angle in the shape is less than a right angle? There it is. There it is, ladies and gents. He is an acute angle right there. Right there. That's acute. So D is an acute angle, which means it's less than 90 degrees. The mean of 5 numbers is 86. What is the sum of the 5 numbers? Well, if we have mean and if we have the amount of items and we have the mean, the sum is the mean times the number of items. So it's going to be 86 times 5. Now, 86 times 5 is the same as 86 times 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So that's what's going on in my mind. So I add the 0 and I divide it by 2. I get 430. 430, and there's no units. Complete the tally chart below to show Jaheem's cricket score. Also, they gave us the score as 17. So now you just know to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the gate. They are closing the gate in next way. So let's, when in a row, mark like the Romans. Bang. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. Cooking. How come I didn't write the answer for that? You don't know? I didn't know. Where the gates? Nikolai, I see you trying. Who else tried to come up with something? Sync. Is there like an ASCII symbol for? I think there was one. I think I found one the other day. Let me see if anybody can find it. Am I wasting time? Does this smell like some time wasting going on here? Yes, it does. It really does. But that's okay. I must still do it. I'm not finding it. Where did you go? Oh, well, I tried. We're going. Last question in section 1 for the speed run. Remember, we're coming back in at 3 p.m. and I'll be doing requested questions. Those questions are going to be very hard. This session is a moral booster. So most people will do good in this session. It'll feel good. The next session, if you're an anxious person, you may want to skip that session because it's a few days in front of the exam and I'll be doing the tough questions. Now, if you're really good in maths, like if you're in the 80s, 90%, feel free to join that session as we work out some of the tricky questions. It will definitely help. Which place represents the mode? Oh, museum. That's the most number of students. Museum. Complete the bill shown below. Oh, I love to complete bills. What's this? 2 salads, 72. That's $36 because I divided by 2. That's it. Total. Got to do some adding. That's 40 cents and 2 and 4, 26. So it's really 4 and 4, 8 and 9, 8, 4. $98.40. Everybody cool with that? Let's check out if they did the 4 cookies, 1 cheeseburger. Yeah, we look. What did I do? I just duplicated something, but whatever. A banner is painted in 3 colors. 3/5 blue, 1/10 red, and the remainder white. What fraction is painted white? So far, we have 3/5 and 1/10. Now, 3/5 is the same as 6/10 and 1/10, equivalent fractions, right? So that's 7/10. So missing is 10 out of 10 minus 7 out of 10. Back to the speed run mode. 3/10 is missing. So 3/10 is missing. Jerome has 17.5 meters of rope. Each swing requires 2 meters of rope. How many swings can he make from the rope? So we basically see how many times 2 can go into 17.5. I can do that mentally. Close my eyes and think about it. Remember, 2 times 9 is 18. But this is not quite 18 yet. So since 2 times 9 is 18, and 2 times 8 is 16, and 17.5 lies somewhere between that, it's going to have to be 8. It's going to have to be 8 swings. 8 swings, you don't have enough for the 9th swing, my friend. 1/3 of a number is 18. What is 5/6 of the same number? So 1/3 represents 18. Whole represents 18 multiplied by 3/1, the reciprocal. 5/6 would be of the whole was going to be 5/6 multiplied by 18 times the 3/1. I could have already multiplied 18 by 3/1, but I'm always waiting to see if I can cross out some stuff first and just end up with a nicer, easier working 45 is my final answer. There we go. Jenny and Cindy picked. Now, we did this like about 1,000 times on this channel in the last how many of our sessions we did, right? Like about maybe 13 sessions altogether. Jenny and Cindy picked 72 cherries altogether. Jenny picked 65 cherries more than Cindy. How many did each girl pick? So remove excess. How many of you all were here for at least 10 of these sessions? 72 minus 16. How many sessions did you make? This is definitely going to be a 6, right? This is going to be 56. So 56 means we have to share that 2 equally. So sharing equally now. I didn't even need my box diagram because I can see this one really clearly. That's 28, right? So answers. Who gets more? Jenny picked 16 more. So Jenny will get the 16 additional 28 plus 16. You watched all 16 and 6 and 4, 1, 44. So Jenny is going to get a 44, and Cindy just gets the normal 28. Cindy gets the normal 28. Who gets more? Let's just double check that again. I still feel the heebie-jeebies. Jenny picked 16 more than Cindy. Jenny gets more. So 44 versus 28. Big up the people who was here for all the sessions. Yo, yo, yo. Since Jan. All sessions since Jan. Love it. Love it. Thanks for the support and all the best in exams. All the best in exams. I know we have a lot of student Haberians here. Student Haberians from the last SEA we had, I would use the word countless number of students in the top 200 in SEA. So we had a lot of top 200s from SEA. Congratulations to all the top 200s, those who sent me their photos and everything. Congratulations to you this year. Let's see if you can get 100%. That's my goal for this year. I want someone either that I taught on the channel or that I teach in the Student Hub to get 100% for maths. I don't want someone. I want multiple persons. And there's definitely a few from my class who can get that 100% on a good day. So please, Alia, pay attention, double check your question. Let's get that 100%. I have students from Guyana who get 100% in NGSA. We want some in SEA. Calculate the total cost of one iPad, one smartphone watch, and one cell phone. As soon as I see these questions, I subtract and I look for the differences. That's usually the trick, right? 1, 3, 3, 5, 4, 6. Every one of these things is varying by 2. You see that? 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 4 plus 2 is 6. So if they want me to calculate the price of one of each, I can calculate the price of 2 of each by subtracting Sam's bill from Maria's bill. That's the whole shortcut with these type of questions. So Sam's bill, I'm trying to write Sam's bill minus Maria's bill is going to look like 2 iPads plus 2 smartwatches plus 2 cell phones. If I subtract all of these, 1 from 3 is 2, 3 from 5 is 2, 4 from 6 is 2, and this is equal to 5032 minus 3028, which gives me across the 2, 14002, 2004. So 2 of everything is equal to 2004. So hang on, this could be important. Yeah, so 2 of everything is equal to 2004. You're hearing me back again, right? I hope I muted my mic just now. I didn't want you to hear my top secret phone calls. So 1 of everything is going to be equal to 2 into 2004. So we get 1002. I want to let you hear me talking to the FBI and thing. $1,002, right? So what type of ringtone is that? So I expect my ringtone to be some kind of a song. I wanted to make up a song for examiner, but I just didn't get the time. I'll definitely make up one for the CXC exam season. So you all look out in the next 2-3 weeks, right? I'll make up a song. I'll try to get some schools and things to, I used to be doing songs every year on the channel for exams, but somehow I just kind of stopped. Jesse has some marbles. The number of marbles he has is more than 50. Oh, we have reached to the time waster. Between number 25 to number 30, you are going to experience a question that is going to be remarkably hard. Parents, tell them about that question. Parents, I hope you tell them about that question. There's a question on Thursday waiting for you between question 25 to 30 that's incredibly tough. And all the big boy students, including yourself, gonna figure it out. But just in case, God forbid, it wasting your time, don't worry about that question and skip it and go to the next one. We'll come back for the question and get it in the end. So don't let that question make you panic, right? I smell this the time waste that question from a mile away. I didn't tell me the answer is 73, but you see how much words in this question already. This is a double remainder, maybe. The number of marbles he has is more than 50, but less than 100. When the marbles are placed in groups of 10, there's a remainder of 3. And when they are placed in groups of 6, there's a remainder of 1. All right. So it's between 50 to 100. I'm writing down the clues. This is the I am a detective question. Okay, Mr. Sherlock. So between 50 to 100, when the marbles are placed in groups of 10, there's a remainder of 3. So that could only mean that the marbles could be, that narrowed down really close for me. And there's a remainder of 3. So it has to be 53, 63, 73, 83, 93. Boss moves, right? Boss moves in the chat. Right? Boss moves in the chat if you understand what I just do there. This means that I'm guaranteed to have a remainder of 3 if I divide by 10, right? When the marbles are placed in groups of 10. And when they are placed in groups of 6, there's a remainder of 1. So I'm going to examine all of these and see which one of these is 1 away from some kind of divide by. Hello, my friend. Hello. I'm not going further because I know what 7, I know what 12 sixes are. 12 sixes are 72. And you are 1 more. You are exactly like what I'm looking for. Hello. Is it you? Can you hear me? You're all I'm looking for. 73 is the one. 73. All right. So boss moves. 2 students were asked to use manipulatives to add 4/5 and 3/10 fraction pieces, previous fraction pieces. 4/5 and 3/10 is equal to, and she take all these 2 and put it in there, and nice, good. Priya, you know what you're doing, boy. Please, boy. Sharda's 4/5 and 3/10. Sharda, what is this? What is really this, boy, Sharda? I ain't like what Sharda do here now. Sharda, what you're really trying to do? How you got add the denominators like that, boy, Shards, boy? Stage with students and explain why. Okay, fine. So, Priya is correct. What I wanted to do, 4/5 and 3/10. Wait. I'm gonna make sure. 4/5, yeah. 4/5 is equivalent to 8/10. Therefore, 4/5 and 3/10 is equal to 11/10, which Priya shows as 10 out of 10, actually, and 1 out of 10. Brilliant. See how Priya do that? Now, Sharda, I don't know what Sharda doing here. Sharda added both the numerators and denominators. And Sharda have 4/5 plus 3/10 is equal to 7/15. That is not correct. So 4/5 plus 3/10 is not equal to 7/15. Sharda, I need to cut that out. Sharda, I need to go back and learn how we add fractions with different denominators. Not like that Shars. Not like that. I know Sharda, she's a very nice lady. Amanda left school at 3:20 p.m. and arrived home 3/4 of an hour later. They want to know what time in p.m. 3/4 of an hour is 45 minutes, and 3/4 is 45 minutes. So all I need to do is throw a 45 onto that and hope for the best. Add a 45, get 65, and write that. Nah, you can't write 65 there. Come on, man, get rid of that 65. You need to subtract 60 out of that. Put a 5 there, and that 60 come like 1 hour, and you add that on, and 4 or 5, and we still in the PM. We still down in the PM. So 405. Press like on the video. Press like. 2 lengths A and B are shown below. A and B are shown below. Okay. What is the sum of the lengths A and B? All right. So A started at 18, ended at 24. So 24 minus 18. I never do this paper. Why is this feeling so strange? 6. And then started at 20.5, ended at 25. Right? So that's 4.5. 25 minus 20.5. So that's 4.5. So they want us to sum A and B. So the sum is an expert addition of 6 and 4.5. Now be careful with this, sir. Just kidding. 5, 6, and 4. You don't need to be too careful with this one. You know how to add. Yeah, you know how to add. 10.5 centimeters. Let's double check. 18.6, 4.5. Yeah, that feels good. And Roadworks Company. I was getting a bunch of requests from student Haberian parents to do some more polls and spaces. Multiple people came for me for the polls and spaces. So here we go. Here's a polls and space question. Jael, what's up, Jael? When you did this, I got 74 out of 75. Big up yourself. All right, everybody, lock in. This is a speed run. We're supposed to be cleaning up this as fast as possible. The lines are in 1.5, 2 meters. What is the distance from point A to the end of the 20th line? Just now, and let me just make sure I'm saying the right thing. So for the distance from point A to the end of the 3rd line, let's do the end of the 4th line. How much is that? 2, 2, 2. We have 3 spaces, and the end of that's the end of the 4th line. So we have 4 lines. Well, we call it lines, right? 4. We call it lines. White lines on the highway. Yeah. So if you're at the end of the 4th line, you have 4 lines and 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. All of them is 2. So if you're at the end of the 20th line, I expect, following the same pattern, I'll have 20 lines. By the way, each line is 1.5. So I can say 1.5 times 20 and get 750. No. 30. 1.5, 30. Yes, 30. So I get 30 meters. And wait. How much spaces? I get 1 less space. 20 spaces and 20 lines and 19 spaces. But each space is 2. So that's 19 times 2. And each space is 2. 19 times 2 is not 38 meters. What is the distance? The total distance will be the combined length of all of the spaces and the lines added together. So total distance is equal to 30 plus 38, which is 68 meters. Now, the amount of variation that can come in these questions is absolutely crazy. But the key thing to remember is that usually the number of spaces is 1 less than the number of poles. If it's an open system, if it's a closed loop, the number of spaces and poles are usually equal, right? Now they can do all kind of weirdness and put a gate in between, and they can do all kind of weirdness with this. And some of these what you call them, exam booklets really be doing the most. So some of these exam booklets, some of the questions that they're sending me on Facebook, I just put someone else going and start dating. I see a booklet. I might still do it. I might still do it 3 o'clock, but I'm telling you all that it's overdone. Some books overdo it. Some underdo it too. The incomplete table below shows the time. Shows the times taken. Something that feels weird about that. The incomplete table below shows the time taken by 5. I feel it's not supposed to have an S day, but I'm not no English teacher, you know. You hear how I talk. I talk all kind of way. So you can buy 5 cyclists to complete a race. I guess is the times taken by, the time is one time they take. Now, if it had multiple time each person take, then you could have put the S day. But we come for the maths, we didn't come for the English. Nazar won the race and was 1.35 meters faster than the cyclist who placed second. Who is in second place? You. Cleo is in second place because your time is the shortest time here. So I need to subtract 1 minute and 35 seconds from Cleo. So Nazra. All right. Your time is going to be 30.45 and minus the 1 minute and 35 seconds. So again, 10 and 29. 29 minutes, not 1 second. 29 minutes. 29 minutes, 10 seconds. 29.1 is not a good thing to put. How do you want me to put this? Time in minutes. Ooh. 0.95 actually, yes. This is not in seconds. This is just 29.1. Are you correct? This is 29.1 of a minute. 29.10 works as well, but 1 is even neater. This is different. This is not 10 seconds. Sneaky little question. This is time in minutes, and this is a fraction of a minute. So this is indeed point. This is indeed tenths and hundredths column and thing. Good. Let's keep moving. Draw all the faces of a triangular prism. Well, a triangular prism looks like this. This is not what I want. Don't draw this. Let's draw any triangular prism. What I actually want is we have 2 triangular faces and we have 3 rectangular faces. And that will make a triangular prism. At the end of that. Now make sure and draw the thing properly. Draw the thing properly. 2 triangular faces, bang, bang, and 1, 2, 3 rectangular faces. Now when you draw these 3 rectangular faces, at least 2 of the rectangles must look identical. So don't draw no random 3 rectangles. Put some respect on them rectangles. Good. Complete the shape below. Ooh, free marks. Say free marks in the chat there, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect this straight down through these lines here. Use a ruler. Remember, I tell everybody clear ruler already. And how much you going across? Way 2 extra. So maybe, would I miss the whole thing? Yes. Maybe I would there so. Yeah, when you're in this question in the essay, after you finish, you're supposed to just vibes it. Just vibes it. Did I leave out something? Is this the fastest? This is the fastest. What is the problem? What is the problem? And I seen that problem here. Let me just read it over. The incomplete table shows 5 cyclists. Who is the fastest? 30.45 is the fastest. Well, this is now 45 seconds. What was Nazareth time in minutes? So I subtracted 1.35 minutes faster. I need to take away 1.35. So I just take away 1.35 from this. Yes, Cleo in second. Cleo not in first, no, Cleo in second. Because Nazra in first. When I put in Nazra time, Nazra first. Is it that you all wanted me to subtract it from this one? No. She third, Suan third. Yeah. I like the answer. I go with that answer. Righty. If them say it wrong, them wrong. The tally chart below shows the food show. Be confident in your answer, even if it's wrong. Be confidently wrong. The tally chart below shows the food chosen by a class of 27. What percentage of the class shows the mood? I always real confident, and you notice how confident I am. But I'm quick to admit my mistakes if I do make a mistake. So what percentage of the class shows the mood? Well, let's just write the numbers here. We have 5, we have 8, and we have 9. And if I add up this, I am getting 18 and 19. I'm getting 27 total. So the percentage that chose the mode is fried chicken, by the way, FC. That's going to be 9 out of 27 times 100. Now, this is 1/3. I spot that 1/3 from a mile away, so I'm not going to bother anymore. 1/3 is a part of the 33. And I'm going to put 33.3. I don't like to put that. Put 33 and 1/3 percentage. This is neater, the more accurate. If I put 33.3, I definitely want to show whatever symbol I use to show that it's reoccurring. The incomplete pictograph below represents a total of 105 cars. Complete the pictographs. Okay, so you have 7 cars each, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So far, we have 13 times 7, which is 91 cars. How much is missing? So missing is 105 minus 91. That's 14 cars. So therefore, that's 14 divided by 2 equal 2 diagrams, or 2 of these. So let's go draw those 2 little things and call that George. Let's go draw that and call that George. I could teach that class this afternoon, or I could go out and lime in the pool, you know. Because as I told you last week, I'm not in Trinidad. I rock back here. Near Disney World. So 14 divided by 2 is 14 divided by 7 is 2, by the way. 14 divided by 7 is 2. I don't know why I put 14 divided by 2 is 2. So what are we for? Are we doing class later? Or are we relaxing? Questions. Decisions. Macy shared plastic bottles and straws between Group A and Group B. The number of bottles given to Group B was 2/3 the number given to Group A. Okay. All right. This is a question to see if you understand tables. This is the bottles column here. Bottles had a pipe down in Carpet Chima. I used to call bottles. Bottles, you make it out here, boy. So 24, yeah, the number of bottles given to Group B was 2/3 the number given to Group A, 2/3. So B is 2/3 times 24. So 3 into 24. Well, you're feeling. I feel like I'm reading this properly. Macy shared plastic bottles and straws between Group A and Group B. The number of bottles given to Group B was 2/3 the number given to Group A. This is Group A. Yeah, man. The instructions is to go forward and be brave. Be brave. So 16 and 6 and 4, well, that's like 20 and 20, that's 40. Cool. For every 4 bottles Macy gave to a group, she gave 5 straws. So I'm going to need to multiply this by 5, or 10 divided by 2. So 240 divided by 2 is 120, and 160 divided by 2 is 80. Now, boy, for every 4 bottles, it's the other way around. For every 4 bottles, she gave 5 straws. I'm not doing stupidness. So 4 to 50, yeah. Every 4 bottles is 5 straws. So, yeah, hold up, people. I know what to do. Just now, give me a chance. Just remember, give me a chance. I need to divide this by 4 and then multiply it back by 5. So like if I divide this by 4, I'll get how much? 4 groups of 4 bottles there now. And this divided by 4 is 6 by 5 is 30. And then I know the missing one had to be 20 here to make, right? 16 divided by 4 is 4 by 5 is 20. Cooking! We cooking and everything's starting to make sense. What a beautiful question, boy, I see. Not super difficult and tormenting the students, but still doing a nice range of testing here of understanding ratios and stuff. Big up SE this time. So number 37 was nice. Number 37 was nice. Completely, it's a speed run, so I'm not going to over-explain it, right? You can always watch back and see my logic. The diagram below shows the time taken by Lenny to travel from home to school at 8:30 a.m. Lenny arrived at school 10 minutes early. Lenny, I find you passing the park to go to school, and Lenny, Len, I find you could have probably go down this road. I don't have the park. Lenny, all right, boys, so 25 plus 20. I don't know why I'm adding this. I just feel like I should. 45. The diagram below shows the time taken by Lenny to travel home from school. Lenny starts at 8:30 a.m. That's Lenny arrived at school 10 minutes early. 10 minutes early means he arrived at 8:20, right? I just subtracted 10 one time. I keep it 9 in my back pocket for future use. Ravi took 12 minutes less than Lenny to walk from his home to Park Place Junction. They're overdoing it, boy. Because where Ravi come out from? There was no Ravi at the start of the question, and boom, shot, it had a Ravi. So Ravi make his walk, and Ravi took 12 minutes less than Lenny to walk from home to Park Place Junction. So I think it's 12 minutes less than this guy, which is 13 minutes. All right, so we handling these stories good so far, and I keeping track of certain important items. 10 minutes early means this is the time that Lenny reached school, 8:20. Ravi took 13 minutes this way. What they want? What time did Ravi leave home to arrive at Park Place at the same time as Lenny? What a question. All right, my question, boy. Okay. Let me see what we're gonna do here. So what I'm gonna do is subtract 20 minutes off of this, because this is the time that Lenny reached. This is the time Lenny reached. So if I subtract 20 minutes off of that, I'll get the time both of them bounce up in Park Place. So Park Place meet up, because he reached the school at 8:20, but it took 20 minutes from Park Place to school. So I subtract that. It happened at 8 o'clock. Now, what time did Lenny leave home? Now, if Lenny reached at that same 8 o'clock and it took 13 minutes to leave home, Lenny left home. Lenny left at 8 minus that 13 minutes that it took for him to walk from home to Park Place, and I get 47. After I cross 1, bring the 60, right? I guess 747. 747. What a nice question again. This was a beautiful year. Big up the 2021 in these 2 questions. As he has been known to do some stupidness, but I always given credit where credit due. On the grid below, connect dots to form a quadrilateral at one line of symmetry and no parallel sides. Is that a kite? Kite, is that you? Is that you coming to my rescue, Kite? Is that you? Oh, yes, boy, Kite, boy. Is it a quadrilateral? I want 4-sided quadrilateral, 4 sides. No, one line of symmetry, just like a kite, and no parallel sides. When I thought that I was down, the kite came around and saved me. Well, not saved me. I'll leave that for God. But the kite saved my marks. Saved my marks. One line of symmetry, upside down kite for the win. Everybody big up the upside down kite one time, and it's coming close to kite flying season. Draw the line of symmetry on the quadrilateral. I don't mind if I do. In fact, I was feeling tempted to draw it from the word go. So, yeah, don't threaten me with a good time. Come on, man. So that's our line of symmetry. It doesn't have any parallel sides. We want that no parallel sides. None of these are parallel. This and this will eventually meet. And we know that's a no-no if you are parallel lines. Parallel lines never meet. They are the saddest story in geometry. Two lines destined to go on and on forever into infinity and never meet. So parallel lines never meet. These lines are not parallel. Movements. So somebody was saying something about my kite here. Where my ruler? Nah, boy, this was a season for no ruler. This was a season. This was a no ruler season. If I ask the Form 1s and the years that went ahead, we used to use a ruler and we gave the ruler names and things. You all are the 2026 is the no ruler season. That's for me. You make sure and use ruler in the exams. And parents, make sure they use the ruler. Don't do like me here. Last question. Somebody say last question. The incomplete bar graph below. Once it's an incomplete graph, boy, I see only bringing the incompleteness for we to complete. Shows the number of fruits sold in a school cafeteria. All right, and it incomplete twice, bananas and mangoes. So what is that equal sharing? The number of Portugals was 96. And I can see that. Good job. I can see that 96. I can see it from a mile away. Good. You didn't even bother to tell me that. I extra information. The number of mangoes sold was equal to 1/3 the number of Portugals. All right. Well, if this is 96 and mangoes is 1/3 of Portugals, mangoes is 1/3 of the 96. And I know 1/3 of 96, you just divide both of them by 3. And that's what they say, 1/3. Easy thing, why? 1/3, so 3 into this 32. So I'm looking for a little 32 here. And watch, wait, I'll watch your performance. I watch this performance. Because I know somebody would have go and draw the thing like this and go to 32, right? That would have be wrong. Because firstly, you had to draw it by the mangoes. But if you go up here, that is not 32, like 34. This thing counting in twos. Stay woke. You see now counting 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. You had to watch the graph properly. My friend. So therefore, mangoes could just go right here, like this. That's how you get your full marks. Hold on, Hold on. Am I doing silliness? The number of mangoes sold was equal to 1/3 the number of Portugals. Nah, I go in goodness. The mean number of fruits sold was 60. 60. Do I need to get a total? I need to get a total and then subtract. Okay, so let's get a total. Total is 4 times the mean. I think they said the mean was 60, so is it 240? The mean was 60, the mean number of fruits sold was 60, yeah. So what do I have so far? So far, I have 96, I have the 32, and I have 40. So that's 8 and 7 and 168. So missing is 240 minus 168. And that would tell me the bananas now. I'll start across like I'm going crazy here. 3, 10, 2, cross 1, 13, 72. And I was seeing that number 72 shouting so much just now that make me totally want to put the mango at 72. I have to double check. So yes, 72 will be right here. So now, of course, you already use a ruler because I want all your full marks, right? So 72, that's it. That's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Just like that, mash up. So this may be the last time that I see some of y'all. Those of y'all who coming in for the 3 o'clock sweat, that is going to start in 1 hour and 10 minutes, the 3 o'clock session. And we are going to be doing random questions on a few topics that I've highlighted, as well as on my Facebook. I'm seeing some parents sending some photos of some tough questions they would like to see me work out. So I'm seeing some simple interest. No, I'm seeing some line and pole. Some kind of fraction percentage something. And some kind of shaded rectangle stuff. So I'll be tackling those. I'll be tackling those at 3 o'clock. So those of you all who want to come in and see some of the toughest questions that gave trouble this season in practice papers, there you go. Somebody ask me questions now. Ask me questions. I'm going to answer questions. Ask me random questions that you want to know. Somebody asked me Messi or Neymar. Messi. What's another question you want to know? Now, these could be random questions and not necessarily maths. I'm going to answer like 4 or 5 random questions. Ask me a question and I'll shout you out when you ask the question. Who is your favorite, KFC or Popeyes? I like the Popeye sandwich, but in general, KFC. How can I not like that beautiful customer service that KFC? So, how old are you? I am 37. Right? I think I'm 37. Chocolate or vanilla? Somebody asked chocolate or what questions coming for Essie? Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you. Chocolate or vanilla? Vanilla, come on. If it's just chocolate by itself, like a bar of chocolate, that's cool. But nobody likes chocolate ice cream. Chocolate belongs in like bars and like the chocolate itself. It doesn't need to be to go and flavor ice cream and all them kind of thing. What school you passed for? I passed for Presentation College, Shoguners, beach or river. Generally beach, because if I'm going in the water, the beach is normally warmer than the river. A river is cold sometimes. But a good river lime, if you know, you know. A good river lime is tops. It tops. Unbeatable. OP. LeBron or Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan. Football or basketball? Very close tie. Very close tie. To play, I might prefer to play football, maybe. To watch, sometimes I prefer to watch basketball. Cricket or football? I think cricket, football, basketball, all up there. But not test cricket. So it had to be some kind of fast version, 2020. Orlando or Trinity Food? Easy. Easy. Story or report? Story. Also easy. Tobago or Trinidad? Are they trying to cause problems here? Tobago or Trinidad? For relaxing and beach and with the family, definitely Tobago. For business, Trinidad. Accessibility. So please come to Marabella and try yummy hot chicken. Okay, next time I'm in Marabella, I'll try to remember that. Sleep or mat? It depends on how sleepy I am. Eating or sleeping? It depends on how hungry and sleepy I am. You're here or bed? Somebody actually here or bed. At this stage, if I could take some here and put it back here, that'd be real good. But having a bed is good. It's good vibes. SEA or CXC? SEA is more rewarding, I guess, because it's more at stake at SEA. Feels like a higher stake exam. So when I teach students and I meet you guys in your schools later on, that's rewarding. To teach, I prefer to teach. My favorite subject to teach is AdMaths for CXC. It's just right at a nice difficulty where I don't need to use a textbook or anything. So, but it feels a little like you're doing something. So what is your favorite song? I switch favorite songs like every week. These days I was listening yesterday Grateful by Chandler Moore. So do Kahoots, please. So my first choice is Fatima. What was your SEA score? I can't remember, but I know I placed in the top, I think 200 or 100, top 200. So what's your favorite movie? I don't know. You trying to get into my bank account? These sound like questions that show up in your when you signing up to your bank account. What's your favorite movie? What's your mother's maiden name? So my first choice is SGC. So why are you ignoring me? I didn't see. I don't know. I just saw you. Why you ignoring me? So do you like rap? I like all forms of music generally. Are you married? I'd ask my wife that. So how is Orlando generally? Very nice. Soca or rap? Soca. Soca. Come on, man. Soca is the number one music to get you moving. How does it feel being the second smartest person? What an interesting question. Why do you say second? So stop ignoring me. So where you live? Yeah, this person really trying to get through to my accounts and thing, boy. I live in Central Trinidad. So how much hair you have on your head? Some. Still have a good bit. After ST, I'll make a trip to Europe and see if I can get some more, right? PEP or SEA? I think SEA is more fun. Can you realize that is coming? Well, I'm doing the tricky questions later at 3 p.m. Roblox or Fortnite? I've played neither. So what's your religion? Christian. I'm a Christian. Avengers or Justice League? I like both. I love your class too. Oh. Egg ball or doubles? I've only had egg ball once, so it's not a good comparison. And sometimes you could get bad doubles, but in general, doubles. So how you study for SE? I didn't study for SE because I didn't do SE. I did common entrance. Shout out to Victory one time, eh? Victory, big up yourself if you're still here. And Avery. So I don't ignore some of these questions. So which here follicle? I think you mean follicle is your favorite in your bed. The ones that not gray. The ones that not gray. Curry chicken or chicken curry? It depends on which. When I'm in Guyana, I say chicken curry. And when I'm in Trinidad, I say curry chicken. It depends on where you're from. YouTube or TikTok? YouTube is the best for like library stuff, and for like live classes like this, YouTube is the best. For like having a library catalog of all my videos, YouTube is the best. For short form and quick reach, TikTok is undefeated. Pizza Hut or Joe's Pizza? Have I ever had Joe's Pizza? A Pizza Hut? I don't really like Pizza Hut too. First choice is Queen Joel. Isabel, big up your whole self. How many countries have you been to, sir? Been to quite a few countries, but still not that much as compared to some people. I've been to many countries in the Caribbean. I've been to Grenada, St. Vincent, Dominica, St. Lucia. Touched soil in Barbados, Trinidad, Guyana, Jamaica. Feel like I left out maybe one or two. Panama, many states in the US, Netherlands, France, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland. Maths or grammar? Math. National table tennis player in the mix, boy. Big up yourself. Roti or doubles? Roti. S'mores or something else. I missed it. S'mores or cookies. Cookies. Pizza or chicken? Pizza. But I can't eat pizza every day, but pizza. So where is Miss? That's a good question. All right, I think it's time to wrap up. I think it's time to wrap up. What primary school I went? I went 3 primary schools. I went St. Mary's Anglican, St. Mary's RC, La Hokita North Government. So please, 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 all our please is about. I'll say goodbye to all your friends. Say bye-bye, friends. It's 2 o'clock. Those of you all who watching, who came in after to watch this video and they skipped to the end, well, we actually finished like about 5 minutes ago. I was just answering some questions there. Love and blessings, everybody. Press like. Leave some comments after the video. Not in the live, in the actual video. And I'll try and look at those comments and respond there. Later.